Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch of Nordic live commentary streamer today. I forgot to fix this. Great. Nice. Already off to a great start. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch of Nordic live commentary stream here today. We have the third of three commentaries here on the YouTube channel. It's been a heck of a day for the Olympic qualifiers. First off, we commentated Germany versus France around 6 o'clock in the morning. This morning here on the East Coast, Germany took that one 5-1. They will take on Slovakia. You also look at the other game that happened during that time, Italy versus Switzerland. Shutout for the Swiss. They will take on Finland. When you look at Czechia and Denmark, Czechia won that game 3-2. They will take on Team Canada in the quarterfinals. And the winner of this game will play the United States. And that should be a very exciting one for sure. Getting ready for the game that gets started here in just a moment. Right now on my screen, it's not even showing the pregame or anything. So that worries me a tad. But how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Be sure to like the stream down below. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the streams. And that would be greatly appreciated to me. Says it's going to start in a few seconds. What are we doing? Starting goaltenders here tonight on both sides. Elvis Merzlikins taking the net against Jacob Markstrom. So sets itself up to be a pretty good matchup here tonight in terms of the goaltenders. And you look at these two teams when they play in the group stages. Sweden with a pretty solid record, 2-0-1 in that Group B, which looks like the best group out of any of the groups. To be honest with you, in terms of how many teams are competitive, 3 of the 4 had the same exact record at 2-0-1. And essentially, it came down to the tiebreakers, and Sweden was sadly beaten out with the tiebreakers. And now they are forced to play in the wild card round here against Latvia, who Latvia, in their division, they were 1-0-2. They're technically ranked last in their division through the tiebreakers there as well. So there's the other interesting component there with that too. And you take a look at how, again, Latvia always finds a way to put an upset up and get a win here. We're 15 seconds away from puck drop here in the qualification playoff game between Sweden and Latvia here tonight. This should be a good one. It is the last of the 4. And it will end the qualifiers and begin the quarterfinals. But first, we got this one to go through. Sweden versus Latvia. Here in the Milano Cortina Olympics. And we are underway. Face-off is won back by Sweden now into their own zone. Cleared down low then into the Latvia end. Picking it up then behind the net as Elvis Merzlikins will play that one ahead then for Gergensons. Cross-ice pass up ahead then for the likes of Christian Rubens, who will shoot that one in on Markstrom, and he will make the save and cover that up immediately as Latvia comes out right away with the heavy pressure. Again, as I said in the pregame briefly, Latvia loves to come out and play the upset. They do it plenty of times in the World Juniors against Canada. They have a goaltender who will just come in there and just absolutely play incredible for them. If they're going to beat this Sweden team, which, by the way, is full of NHLers compared to this Latvia team that is not really full of NHLers, you're going to need to capitalize on your offensive zone chances. And you're going to need to play very structured defense in front of your goaltender. And if Latvia can do that, they have a decent chance. But Sweden shapes up very well here as one of 3 nations with full NHL rosters. Latvia will dump that one down low into the Sweden end, and it's an icing against Latvia. And now a face-off will ensue here in the Latvia zone. You look at Sweden coming off of losses to Finland and who else did they lose to? Who am I forgetting is also in that group? Oh, right now, they're coming off of just a loss to Finland and a win to Slovakia and a win with Italy. Obviously, during that stretch of the prelims, they lost out on goal differential. Here's Rasmus Dahlin now. Will clear that one down low into the Latvia zone. Battling forward in the corner now, trying to clear that one off the boards is Krastenbergs. Eriksson Ek now poke checking it ahead. Racing forward now is William Nylander as Gustav Forsling gets it back. And they'll regroup here in the Sweden end. Nylander back down low to Forsling. Forsling will hold it here in the Sweden end. Will try and now break it through center. Cross ice pass forward then for Philip Forsberg. Forsberg down the right side. Poke checked off the puck. Stolen back then by Latvia here on the right side. Ricard Raquel will intercept that one down low. And now thrown back into the corner here. Latvia will get it. It's Merzlikins who will cover it up with a glove, and a face-off will ensue here in the Latvia zone. Got the United States people broadcasting this game here. Brian Boucher, Kenny Albert on the panel. Not that that matters to you guys, because you guys got to listen to my miserable ass. It's okay, I'm not miserable. Only sometimes. I just hope for a close game. That's all I really want here. I don't really want anything else. I just want a close, well-played hockey game. Face-off in the Latvia zone, won by Smits. Kept in the zone then by Ekman Larsson. Down low now, Raquel battling for that puck. Stolen back by Latvia here on the right side. Behind the net then, Albert Smits, one of the top prospects for the 2026 draft, will clear that puck to center. Sweden gets it back. They'll dump it back down low. Here's Albert Smits now. Will pick up that puck and break it through center. Off the boards and down low into the Sweden zone. Markstrom back over then on the right side for Victor Hedman, who will battle with that puck. Now Philip Broberg on the right side. Played ahead then to Pontus Holmberg, who will backhand that one out of play. A little over 2 minutes gone here. You look at the qualifying bracket. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals have been finalized. Canada and Czechia, Finland and Switzerland, Slovakia and Germany are the matchups here in these Olympics. And now it'll be between Sweden and Latvia for who will take on the United States. So far, no real upsets, in my opinion, in terms of the qualifying stage. All of the teams that I expected to win won. Here's Denmark now trying to play a pass to center. Krastenbergs will look for options. Cross-ice pass to center. Broken up then by Sweden at the line. Here they come the other way with some speed and some room as Alex Wenberg will bring it below the goal line. Loses the puck. Latvia gets it back. Here they come now the other way. Rushing that one into the zone. Dumping it down low is Vilmanis. Back now is Gustav Forsling behind the net. Will backhand that one off the boards then for Sweden. Down low with it as well is Erik Karlsson. Karlsson will move it through the zone. Will send a cross-ice pass ahead then for Lucas Raymond. Trying to bank that one off the board. Stolen back then by Latvia. Here they come through center. 3-on-2. Broken up then. And now Raymond will take it back, and he'll flick that one down low into the Latvia zone. In the corner now, going to get that is Cibulskis. Battling for it now with Zibanejad. Off the boards, Latvia will attempt to clear. It's Gergensons. Played back ahead then. And over down low, regrouping with it is Trelmax. Only one shot so far here through the first 4 minutes of this game. Gergensons will backhand that one on Markstrom. He will make the save. Battling for it in the corner. Hedman with Mockmelis. Trying to get that one free. Now Kempe will feed it out to center. He'll race for it with extreme speed. Can't get to it in time. Now Smits will dump that one down low into the Latvia zone. Merzlikins out of his net to play that puck. Battling for it in the corner then with Eriksson Ek is Vilmanis. Now Smits will take it back, who's taking on a big role here for Latvia in this Winter Olympic Games. Vilmanis down low, fed back up top. At the point, shot is blocked there, and a good opportunity from Rubens. And it's cleared all the way back into the Latvia zone. Rubens on the right side then, trying to play that one to center, was Balinskis. Latvia nearly goes off sides. They will let go of the puck. Now Sweden takes it back. Karlsson will dump it down low. Racing forward is Elias Pettersson. Broken back up down low in the corner now. Raquel hits a Latvian player off. Now Forsberg up top. Fires it on. And that one is blocked through all the traffic. Through center now. Trying to poke check that one ahead was Egel. Broken up then by Forsberg ahead for Wenberg. Alex Wenberg up top to the point. Karlsson waits. Clears it around now behind the net. Back over for Wenberg, who will feed it back up top. Broberg. Broberg down low then to Forsberg. Sweden trying to cycle here, looking for their first shot. Latvia intercepts it. They will clear down the other way. And that'll be an icing against Latvia yet again. Shots 2-0 in favor of Latvia. Excuse me. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are less than 70 subscribers away. We're nearly 60 subscribers away from 4,600. Forgot to update that for this stream. Face-off won by Sweden. They cannot keep it in the zone, though. Dahlin out at center. Gives it up then for Lucas Raymond. Poke checked away up top. Coming in then Dahlin fires it. And that one is blocked in front. And back over to the right side. Now a backhand by Latvia's Fandapon. Kept in the zone. Shot from Forsling goes wide of the net there as well. Now in the corner trying to move that one around is Captain Gabe Landeskog, who is a candidate to join the Triple Gold Club here. World Championship and Stanley Cup and an Olympic gold. If he gets those 3, he joins the club, and he's got 2 of them currently. Listening at work as long as no one is near me. No problem, man. All right. I don't want you to risk your job for me. Clear down low then into the Latvia zone. Trying to play that one ahead. Then Eriksson, a backhand goes wide of Merzlikins. Down low. Nylander, a shot. Save in front by Merzlikins. Now Latvia will bank that one off the boards. Kempe will throw a blind pass over then for Hedman. Hedman pass ahead then for Ekman Larsson. OEL down low then for Nylander. Nylander pass in front. And Eriksson cannot convert on that one. Now Latvia takes it back the other way. Here through center, dumping that one down low is Batna. Now Markstrom out of his own net then, battling for it with Adrian Kempe here on the right side. Trollmax will attempt to set up, but it's stolen back by Sweden quickly, and Kempe will dump that one into the Latvia zone. Rubens plays it in front, blind pass there, backhand by Wenberg, saved by Merzlikins, and he will cover up that puck before anything gets fatal. Already a fast-paced game here from Santa Julia Arena in the playoff qualifiers. 7 minutes gone here already. And it is a scoreless hockey game. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. If you like the commentary streams, we do them for all 32 teams and then some. We will not be live tomorrow for the quarterfinal games. Sadly, as much as I would love to be live tomorrow, I cannot. I can't skip school. Got to go to school. Stay in school, kids. But we will be live for every other game for the rest of the tournament after the quarterfinals tomorrow. That includes the semifinals. That includes both medal games. It also includes the women's games as well. We'll be live for both the bronze and the gold medal women's games. Switzerland versus Sweden, and then United States versus Canada also included in that as well. Oh, boy. Face-off coming up here now in the Latvia zone as Sweden has begun their offensive zone pressure after Latvia kind of got things rolling. Sweden now has three straight shots here. And that's how they've pummeled these teams. They've gotten them through their offense and great play. People have not been huge on Sweden, though, due to the fact that they think their coaching may be an issue as to why they haven't been as performative as they should be, which is a very interesting take. Face-off here in the Latvia zone is won by Sweden. Now Carlson stolen back then by Latvia on the right side, banked all the way back down low into the Sweden end. Broberg trying to get around Trollmax. He falls down to the ground. Trollmax gets that puck, looks for options down low. Battling forward here now with Broberg. Trollmax back over then on the right side. Latvia trying to regroup. Shot on, saved by Markstrom there on a good chance by Vilmanis. Balenskis now on the right side. Will try and fire that one on Markstrom down low here in the corner. Olvis Balinskis moves to center. Poke checked away. Up top now. Gergensen's a shot. Saved there by Markstrom as well. Erik Karlsson now will send a cross-ice pass to center. Taken back then by Latvia behind their own net. Balinskis back here now for Latvia. Shots are now 4-3 in favor of the Latvians. Seems like everything is going different ways here in all of these preliminary games. Or I guess qualifier games, not preliminary games. Dahlin now battling forward with Krastenbergs. Broken up then by Sweden. Here they come out to center. 2-on-1. Raymond into the zone. Pass up. Shot. Forsling saved by Merzlikins. That even got on. And puck is cleared all the way back out to center. Now Raymond here regroups in his own end. Rasmus Dahlin will look for options. Cross-ice pass to Forsling, who will break this one out now through center. Intercepted by Latvia. They will clear back into the Sweden zone for an icing. Like the stream down below. It helps out with the engagement. Brings more people into the commentary. Sweden already putting on pressure. Latvia's not doing a bad job either. Again, they're getting those clean chances here on Markstrom. This could be an even game. 11:24 left to go here in the opening period. Shots are 4 apiece. Here in the playoff qualifier, Dahlin on the right side. Pass in front! And just wide is Forsberg, who had a wide open net on Merzlikins. Could not tuck it. Up top, Pettersson fires it on. It's blocked. Puck will slide all the way back into the Sweden zone. Now Rasmus Dahlin here will break it through center. Dahlin will drop it back for Forsberg. Forsberg, down low here now on the right side, will clear it back around behind the net. Now Raquel battling forward with Smits. Hedman up top will shoot it on. Now Ekman Larsson. Cleared around now behind the net. Ricard Raquel battling forward with Schmitz as well. Trying to get that one free down low here in the corner. Forsberg looking to sneak in there and steal that puck. And he'll do so successfully. Now up top, Latvia will clear back to center. Ekman Larsson back to Raquel. Back down low then for OEL. Ekman Larsson will regroup here now in the Sweden zone. Pass up to Holmberg. It's off of his stick immediately and back down low into the Latvia zone. Holmberg and Ekman Larsson, former teammates in Toronto. Balinskis. Cross-ice pass ahead then on the right side. Krastenberg's trying to play that one ahead, then down low. Now fighting forward on the right side is Lindholm. Broken up then by Weinberg. Weinberg will dump that one down low. Pontus Holmberg behind the Sweden net. Up top, Hedman a shot, blocked. Now Karlsson on the right side will try and fire that one on. That one's also blocked. Holmberg up top. Karlsson looks, fires it, blocked. Now Hedman will play the puck here. It is just on the blue line of the Latvia zone. Keeps it in. Karlsson. Up top, Broberg a shot. Glove by Merzlikins. What's up, Lawrence? Welcome back to the stream yet again. Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah, you're right. 9.5 remaining here in this opening period. We are still scoreless here in Santa Julia Arena. Great start here to tonight's game. Pressure offensively from both sides. What's up, John Jason? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here as well. Already a great start here tonight, guys. Thank you all very much. Thank you all so much for your support on the other commentary streams earlier today. We've had a great day of commentaries. Oh my gosh. Still in commercial break. And we're back as soon as I say that. Shots 5-4 in favor of the Swedes. They're highlighting Albert Schmitz here, one of the youngest players in this Olympic Games. 18 years old, 6'3", 205 pounds Again, as I said earlier, one of the top prospects in the 2026 NHL Draft. A lot of optimism here for this young kid. And we will see if that hype will turn into something here and possibly a high pick in the NHL Draft in June. Faceoff won by Latvia. They will attempt to clear to center. They will get it there, but Broberg gets it right back for Sweden. Tipped down low then into the Latvian zone. Down low now in the corner, trying to move that one around was Sabolskis. Sweden battling forward as well. Coming in then to intercept that pass was Teddy Bluger, who is the top center tonight. Eriksson, a shot, they score! Adrian Kempe picks up the rebound in front, and Sweden is off and running. It's 1-0. A shot from up top, and Adrian Kempe, I think, picks up the puck in front. And Kempe with another goal here in these Olympics for Sweden. And they have a 1-0 lead. Assist on that goal, Joel Eriksson and William Nylander get the assist on that goal. So Sweden gets the ball rolling here, or should I say gets the puck rolling. It goes off of Kempe's skate. Yeah, there you go. And that, talk about being in the right place at the right time. .9:05 left to go here in the opening period. Sweden with the opening goal. It's a 1-0 lead. Assists are Eriksson and William Nylander. Landeskog intercepts the puck now down low. Raymond trying to feed a pass in front. Latvia trying to get that one down low in the corner as well. Off the boards here now, Albert Smits. Smits plays it ahead then through center. Trollmax back down low into the Sweden zone. Dahlin will dump that one around then behind the net. Krastenberg feeds it to center. Stolen back then by Sweden. Hello from Uruguay. Nice. Welcome to the stream, brother. Clear down low in the zone. Shot. Rebound. They score. Gabriel Landeskog picks up the puck in front on Elvis Merzlikins. And it is a 2-0 lead here for the Swedes. Just like that. At the flick of the wrist, back-to-back goals for Sweden. And they happen very, very fast. This time, Gabe Landeskog picks up a rebound in front. Assists on this one are going to be Lucas Raymond and Mika Zibanejad. 2-0 Sweden. And yeah, not a great start for Latvia. Again, it's off of Merzlikins trying to clear the puck. Landeskog picks up the puck in front from a shot up top. And Gabe Landeskog with the goal. 2-0 Sweden. I wonder if we see a possible goalie change here in a moment, but they pan to the Latvia coach, who looks frustrated, as you always should be if you allow 2 goals on 7 shots. Thank you, Gara. I appreciate it. I do my best to try and keep the energy going. Here's Hedman now back down low in the corner. Ricard Raquel. Up top, Elias Pettersson down low, intercepted then by Latvia. Trying to regroup down low in their own zone with that puck is Degovins, the captain here for Team Latvia. Sweden will intercept that one. Now it's Ricard Raquel who will bank that one off the boards all the way back down low into the corner. Balinskis battling forward with Raquel. Joining that fight there as well in the corner was Ravinskis. Through center now, cleared down low into the Sweden zone. Latvia looking to get back on the shooting department here. They haven't been really able to get them any shots. Here comes Sweden now the other way. Broberg into the zone. Looks, fires it on. Just wide of Merzlikins. Now Wenberg down low in the corner. Alex Wenberg clears it down low for Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg up top. Forsling. Dumped around then behind the net. Wenberg here in the corner. Alex Wenberg will loop around then. Plays it down low behind the net. I appreciate that 50. Thank you. I do my best to, try and improve and do what I can. We've been doing this for a long time. Nearly 200 commentary streams. But I appreciate that. It's nice to hear kind words. Try my best. There's some good ones on here. It's just, I try to be better than them. Latvia picks up that puck now, trying to move it through center. Clear and down low now into the Sweden zone. Battling forward here in the corner is Dahlin. Stolen back then by Teddy Bluger in the corner. Picked back up on the right side. Trollmax trying to throw a cross-ice pass. Puck will come back out to center. Now Latvia regroups. Bluger will clear that one down low into the Sweden zone. Markstrom out of his own net to play it. Down low now. Latvia tries to play it in front. Dahlin will backhand that one off the boards. Back all the way out to center. And Bluger goes off sides. They will blow that puck dead. Shots 8-5 here in this first period. Sweden is off to the early edge. 2 goals on 8 shots. And they lead here in the quarterfinal. Yeah, you go back to that second goal. It comes off of Merzlikins and how he tries to clear that puck away. And it's intercepted then at the line. Shot on. Landeskog picks up that rebound in front. Not an ideal play there by Elvis. You do see that sometimes. That's not an uncommon thing. All right, face-off coming up here again now in the Sweden zone, I believe it's going to be in. A little timeout here on the ice, cleaning up the ice is the ice crew. All right. Face off here now outside of the Sweden zone. It's Landeskog who wins the draw. Ekman Larsson played ahead then for Victor Hedman, who will move this one through center. Hedman comes in with some room. Backhand there goes just wide of Merzlikins. Clear back down low now behind the net. Lucas Raymond back over then for Gabe Landeskog. Landeskog down low now battling forward with Balinskis. Held up against the corner. Rubens and Raymond battling for that puck as well as it's still tied up. It's stuck on top of Landeskog's skates. It'll come free. Now down low, Loch Mellis. Battling for it then was Zibanejad. And they're back to being tied up here in the corner as I say that. Zibanejad pass in front. Can't convert. Hedman banks it off the boards. Back around then behind the net to Landeskog. Landeskog feeds it up top. Ekman Larsson to Hedman. Hedman a shot. Blocked in front. Coming in there. Raymond. Pass over. Can't convert. As too many bodies in front. Zibanejad would have made it 3-0. And an icing here against Latvia. Will McDavid get 18 points? If they go all the way to the medal game, there is a chance he gets 18 points. I'm assuming you're talking about the whole tournament because I think 18 points in a game would be crazy. Hello from the United States. Just here to see who the United States will play tomorrow. It's looking like it's going to be Sweden. Goku. Off the draw. Shot on Merzlikins. He'll make the save. But yeah, it's looking like it'll be Sweden here in the early minutes of this first period. 4.5 minutes to go. The Swedes are off and running here. Down low now in the Latvia zone, trying to clear that one out to center. Yeah, I think he could get 18 points. He's at, 9 now? He could get 9 more. We'll see. Carlson clears it down low then to Eriksson Ek. Back up to Nylander here as Sweden keeps the pressure on up top. William Nylander at the point. Pass back then. Kempe to Broberg. Broberg, pass over. Goes through the crease and wide. Now Broberg down low then off the side of the net to center. Latvia will clear that one down low. Ravinskis dumps it into the zone. He's the only one down there currently. Carlson battling for it now with Gergensons. Off the boards, Broberg. Raquel, pass up then Pettersson to Forsberg. Battling forward here now on the right side. Pettersson trying to get it free as well. Trying to develop a 2-on-1 the other way. Stolen back then by Sweden. 3-on-2. Raquel comes in. Try to deke around there. Good poke by Smits. Now Dahlin will fight alongside Deerskaus. Now breaking it out now through center is Mamix, who will dump it down low into the Sweden end. Forsling battling for it down low. He will backhand that one out of play. Latvia wants a delay of game call. Will they get one? And I think they will. Latvia will head to the power play off of a delay of game call by Gustav Forsling. Just trying to clear the puck out of the Sweden zone. Ends up shooting it directly out of play. Does not hit any glass. And yeah, that's clear as day. That is a delay of game penalty. So Latvia will get an opportunity to potentially put themselves on the board here on the power play. And by golly, they sure could use it. 3:06 left to go in this first period. Face-off in the Sweden zone, won by Latvia. Down low, shot! Saved by Markstrom from up top. And a great chance there from Renars Krastenbergs, who opened up the scoring here in the Olympics for Latvia back on Thursday against the United States. And a nice little off the draw, one-timer shot. Now the face-off won by Sweden. Hedman tried to shoot that one out of there. It was kept in then off the boards by a Latvian player. In the corner now, Krastenbergs back up top. Balinskis to Lockmelis. Now down low, Bluger to Gergensons. Gergensons saucer past the Krastenbergs. Up top, Balinskis to Krastenbergs. Fires it on. Save rebound in front. And back down low. It's up in the air and cleared by Sweden. I don't think any of them knew where that puck was. Backhanded off the boards then now here, moving it through center. Bluger will dump that one down low. On the right side, Latvia will clear that one up top. Balinskis. Spinorama move there on Kempe. Back down low, Krastenbergs holds the puck. Balinskis fires it just wide of Markstrom. Krastenbergs now down low. Puck will slide all the way back out to center. Now Kempe battling for it. Into the neutral zone here now. Battling forward is Bluger. Time winding down on the power play. Latvia is having the pressure but not getting the chances. A minute and a half remaining in period number one. A half a minute remaining in the power play. Here's Smits. Clears that one down low then into the zone. Hedman will clear it around the right side. It comes back out to center. Now holding that puck for Latvia. Breaking it out here now through center. Down low in the corner. Egel takes a hard hit in the corner. Stolen back then by Sweden. 3-on-2 as the power play expires. Wenberg trying to move it to center. Broken up then by Latvia. Egel now will move this one the other way. And in the final minute here of this first period, icing against Latvia will ensue. Another face-off in their zone. A well-played game here by Sweden so far. Latvia is just getting their fair share of chances, but we're asking ourselves the question, will that be enough? Got to get the offensive zone pressure. Whistle blown here in the Sweden zone due to an illegal face-off, and a penalty is coming up. And we're getting a Latvia penalty here off of the face-off. It's a 2-minute penalty call for interference, and now Sweden will have an opportunity to commend their power play here and see what work they can get done. It was immediately off the face-off. It was Albert Schmitz, and Sweden will get the first power play of the game. Face-off here now down low in the Latvia zone. It'll be Eriksson Ek will take the draw as Sweden gets their power play to work for the first time tonight. Kempe, who has a goal tonight. Dahlin back over then to Nylander. Down low, Raymond. Raymond to Nylander. Nylander on the right circle. Moves the puck. Down low, Raymond. Pass over! And they cannot convert. Now Kempe battling for it down low. Eriksson Ek up top to Dahlin. Dahlin down low. Intercepted then by Eriksson Ek. Back over to Kempe. Kempe feeds it up to the point. Sweden, 25% success rate on their power play. 3 for 12. Nylander fires it wide. 15 seconds to go. Gergensons will clear it down the other way. Now Markstrom played back then for Nylander. Less than 10 seconds to go. Nylander looks at the clock. Cross-ice pass to Eriksson Ek. Will send it up top. And the buzzer blows. And that will do it here for the opening period. 20 minutes of play in the books. 2 goals from Sweden to start this one off, and relatively quickly, Adrian Kempe and Gabriel Landeskog make it a 2-0 lead at the end of 40 minutes of play. Sweden will have a power play that will carry over into the second period. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we will be back for the start of the second period momentarily. Thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. Subscribe down below if you're new. Also like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people in here. Also, yeah, great period from the Swedes. They played a lot better in that period than Latvia did, that's for sure. Now we'll take a quick breather. Shots were 10-6 through the first 20 minutes. Felt like a relatively fast period, too. Felt like we were moving pretty quickly there in that one. At least in my opinion. I don't know how you guys felt. Yeah, I want to try and be one. That's what I'm studying in school. That's why I work with a couple of ECHL and AHL teams. Trying to get my name out there, but this is something like, it's also for me to practice in the meantime. That's kind of what I view this as well as like a way for me to grow an audience around me and maybe get my name out there as well. So that's kind of what the goal is of this. It's become so much more than that, though. Like, we have a full stat sheet that shows all the stats for when we commentate streams. I keep track of everything. I'm a big numbers guy. I love keeping track of numbers, so we take a look at all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. But, yeah, I would love to do that. It's just, you just got to hope that I'd be good enough to get there. To be honest, that's the other thing. You gotta have the connections and the passion to get there. So Adrian Kempe and Gabriel Landeskog with the goals in that second period, and Sweden with a 2-0 lead at the end of the opening period here in Milan. I didn't think Latvia played that bad, though. They had chances. It's just that I just don't think they match up to these teams as well. to be honest with you. If I'm being blunt. All right, perfect. All done with that. Thoughts on a quarterfinal for the USA versus the Swedes? It'll be a great matchup. Sadly, I can't stream it if it does happen, whether it's Sweden or Latvia. I can't live stream it. It'll feel like a semifinal game. Sweden will be a very big test for the United States. I don't know like how the United States is going to match up. We'll have to see. The USA should win, but Sweden is a good team. They can upset them. Like, it's going to be a great game. It'll be a phenomenal game to watch. Well, I can't really watch it, but whatever. Whatever. Such a shame it's a quarterfinal. I know, dude. You're totally right. It really does suck. But what can we do, I guess? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. The semifinals should be good, though, regardless. It's just like the way the seeding is. And how many teams are in the tournament. It just, one of the really good teams was going to be cut out. Yep, Team USA only has NHL players. You are correct. So does Sweden. So, like, they are one of three teams. If Italy goes through, maybe Finland can beat them 12-0 in the quarterfinal. Italy lost, so that's not happening. It's Switzerland against Finland. It is not Italy, it is Switzerland. So that's not even possible. Where's my remote? Here it is. Go out of this, go back into it. Yeah, the seeding makes sense. I think we really threw kind of like a rock in it is that Slovakia won the group. I don't think people expected Slovakia to win the group. To be honest, I didn't expect that. Not that Slovakia is a bad team, but I just didn't expect that. Yeah, the Sweden seed makes it tough. And the fact that, like, you come out of the gate, you take on the United States. Like, the USA gets a bye, and then they get to take on Sweden. Like, it's like, wow. Prediction for the last two periods. I think Latvia will make a push. They'll make it close, and then Sweden will end up getting the win anyways. That's probably what happens. That's what should happen, to be honest with you. I think both teams are great, but, like, we'd be kidding ourselves if we didn't say Sweden is the far better team. Because they most definitely are. And that's pretty obvious when you look at the on-paper numbers, the off-paper numbers, and how that first period ensued. Second should be starting soon, though. All right. Ugh. Coughing on air. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Just checking everything here really quick on my end. Yeah, quality's good. I had quality problems in my last stream. It seems like this one's doing a lot better, though, in terms of that. So that is good to see. Appreciate all your guys' support. If you have any questions about anything, Olympics, anything else, let me know. I think Latvia will make it close. Latvia always throws a wrench into your plans and always makes things close. I wonder if we could see. What was I going to say? I wonder if we could see Shilov's in net for the second. Because I feel like they always go with Merzlikins, and I'm just like, why? Why go with Merzlikins? I mean, I don't really know how. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really watch much of Denmark after the United States game. So I really don't know a ton about how things were after that, but I don't know, man. I think Sweden could pretty much put an egg here on Latvia. That could on Latvia that could happen. Latvia pull through. Would actually laugh if Canada lost in the quarterfinal. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, but it'd also be pretty annoying too. That'd be shocking. You know how shocking that would be? The World Junior team is one thing, but for the Canadian team to lose, the Olympic team, it's not a good look for Canada. But, I mean, then again, you really can't win them all, to be honest. So I guess it is what it is. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Second period should be starting soon here, though. It says about 5 minutes, I think, on the screen. Till the start of the third. Just kind of trying to get some stuff done here while I wait for the start of the second. Kind of catch up on things. Got a lot of other stuff to do. I have work after this commentary as well. Canada rematch from the prelims. Yep. 5-1 Sweden final score prediction. Sweden was seen as a contender pre-Olympics. They're basically underdogs now. Yeah, kind of. Latvia 4-3 in overtime. Ooh, we'll see. I don't know. It'll take a lot for Latvia to win. Yeah, I don't think this game goes to OT either. Wouldn't mind it, though. Would not be against it. But I don't know. No problem. We welcome all kinds of people as long as you're respectful. As long as you're respectful, you're cool by me. All right, it says 2.5 minutes till the start of period number 2, so we are almost there, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. I just want them to win so the USA can face... Yeah, I get what you mean. I know what you're talking about, Quincy. All right, referees are coming out here onto the ice. We're almost ready for the start of period number 2. The ice has turned on. Okay, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 here between Team Sweden and Team Latvia here in the final qualifier game of the Milano Cortina Olympic Games. First period recap. Goals were scored by Adrian Kempe and Gabriel Landeskog, making it a 2-0 lead here for Sweden after 20 minutes of play, heading into period number 2 in just a moment. If Sweden gets another goal, I think this is pretty much done. Yeah, you're probably right. It might already be done, to be honest with you. I mean, like, the majority of these prelim games were looked at as, like, buy-ins, to be honest. All right, my screen's black. What is happening? All right. Period number 2 underway here in a matter of seconds. Here from Santa Giulia Arena in Milano Cortina. Start of the second period coming up. As Sweden with that 2-0 lead. The winner of this game, as I said a couple of times, will take on the United States. Shots were 10-6 through 20 minutes of play in that opening period. And we will see what work Sweden can do now here in the Milano Cortina Olympic playoff qualifier. All right, we are underway. Sorry about my coughing. My throat's like messing with me. This is my 3rd game of the day. I should mention that. Off the boards now. Bluger will clear it down low. Now Rasmus Dahlin will take it back around behind the net. Dahlin now moves it through center. Drops it back. Off the boards, Raymond will clear that one back down low into the Latvia zone. There'll be an icing against Sweden with 19:38 to go in the second. And again, the keys to this one for Latvia, you got to come out here with pressure. That's the biggest thing. They need to come out of here with just pressure right away. Get the shots on. For Sweden, kind of keep playing the way you were playing. Reminder, though, Latvia is on the kill for another 45 seconds. Face-off won by the Latvians here in the Sweden zone. It's Sweden now who will regroup back in their own zone. Here's Dahlin. Taking it out now through center. Drop pass back for Nylander. Nylander through center. Looping around, Nylander falls on his feet. Taken back then by Sweden. Nylander right side. Try to feed that one up to Dahlin. Nylander cross-ice pass down low. Blocked. Played back into the corner. Then and cleared by Latvia down the other way. Latvia's never won a hockey tournament. Nope. They've gotten better as a nation, but they're still a little ways away. Power play will come down to a close here for Sweden. Back to 5-on-5. And puck goes up into the Sweden bench. Looking at the point leaders here on Sweden for this Winter Olympics. Lucas Raymond, a goal and 5 assists. Has a goal here, or has an assist tonight. He now has 6 points here for Sweden in these Olympic Games. He's played awesome. And that's a guy on a Detroit Red Wings team that has had a great season and looking to continue that when Raymond returns. Hopefully with a medal on his chest. Face-off won by Latvia. Battling for it down low now in the corner is Derskal. Stolen back then by Broberg. Broberg here now in the corner. Ahead then for Pettersson. Broken away then by Latvia. Now down low. Trying to get that one back is Trollmex. Will fire it on wide of Markstrom. Now below the goal line. Pass in front. Jabbing at that puck in there on Markstrom. He will keep it out on his skates. And Latvia was jabbing at it. Sweden did not like that, and things got physical. In the next round is starting the tournament. You're probably right. A lot of these games, they kind of felt like shoo-ins. When we saw the the schedule, I said to myself for most of them, like, yeah, they should win that. They should win that. They should win that. And it's mostly been that way so far. Face-off here now in the Sweden zone, won by Latvia. Down low now here in the corner, battling for that puck is Vilmanis. He's hit off the boards now with that puck. Banked back down low into the corner. Ekman Larson fighting for it now with Luck Mellis. Cleared back up top. Latvia fires it on. Blocked in front. Puck is cleared out to center now. Landeskog battling for it with Krastenbergs. Cleared back down into the Latvia zone. Regrouping behind his own net now with speed. Off the boards to center. Stolen back then by Sweden. Gabriel Landeskog. Behind his own net, plays ahead, kept in the zone then by Balinska's pass over. And Vilmanis cannot convert on that puck. Now Raymond here on the right side, back over to Gabe Landeskog, kept in the zone by Latvia. Puck will slide all the way back to center. Fredenberg's now back up then for Egel, who will dump that one into the Sweden zone. Markstrom will play it around, puck goes up. And out of play off of that sequence. Excuse me. So again, 3 of the 4 quarterfinal seeds have already been finalized here today. We are now just waiting for Canada to finish, or for this game to finish itself up. And we have a quarterfinal matchup here tomorrow. Whistle blown at the line, offsides on Latvia. Faceoff will now come outside. Latvia getting some good offensive zone pressure here. That's what you want to see if you're a Latvia fan. Just crossed over the 1,000 view mark for this commentary stream. Thank you all very much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. That is the 3rd time of 3 today. Face-off now won by Latvia. Backhanded down low then into the Sweden zone. Gustav Forsling here now in the corner. Cleared around to the right side. Puck will slide all the way back out to center. Off the boards now Zeal. Will dump that one down low into the Sweden end. Markstrom out of his net to play that puck. Lindholm Ahead then over for Wenberg, who will dump that one down low into the zone. Racing forward with speed is Holmberg. Now Zeal will move it back through center, stolen back by the Swedes, who will dump it back down low again. Now Zeal will clear that one around behind the net. Really kind of back and forth. Really neither team can really get a lot of control. Carlson. Pass back down low then for Kempe. Now Merzlikins battling for it down low. Latvia gets it back off the boards. Eriksson will keep that puck in behind the net. Kempe. Right side. Cleared back up top. Carlson to Eriksson. Back to Kempe. Kempe up top. Shot is blocked in front. Now Kempe gets it right back. Moves into the zone. Trying to circle around here up top. Nylander at the point. Fires it on. And that one goes wide. Now Zeal will bank it off the boards. Gergensons can't get a shot on. Now Zeal down low, battling forward with Eriksson. Right side here now, Philip Forsberg. Behind the net, pass in front. And Raquel could not get that one on. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Sweden zone. They just lack the NHL experience. Here's Elias Pettersson through the zone. Drop back down low here now into the corner. Pettersson thrown in front. Raquel a shot into the chest of Merzlikins. Going down on the ground is Forsberg. And now we get some more pushing and shoving here between these two respective teams. The linesman talking to Forsberg, telling him to stop. Face off here now, won by Sweden. Shot on is denied by Merzlikins there from the point. And again, Sweden keeping on the pressure here. They have double the shots that Latvia has in this second period. And again, if you're Sweden, just keep getting those shots on. Merzlikins is giving up rebounds. Make sure you have a guy in front. 15 minutes to go here in the second period. Down low now, Mamskis will clear that one around all the way back into the Sweden zone. Markstrom dumped around behind the net. Hedman intercepted there at the line. Now Raymond will try and play it ahead. Stolen back then by Latvia. Off the boards now, Albert Smits will dump that one down low to the Sweden zone. Markstrom out of his own net now. Hedman to Landeskog. Cross-ice pass, Ekman Larsson. Broken up then at the line. Now Landeskog battles forward here on the right side. Zibanejad. Cross-ice pass for Ekman Larsson. Landeskog back up to Raymond. Raymond will dump that one into the Latvia zone. Now Zibanejad battling forward with Schmitz. Schmitz will break it out through center. He'll flip that one out of play. And unless if that touched the glass, that could be a delay of game call. Not 100% sure. Another water down. Drink your water. Face off on the right side, won by Latvia. They will clear it out of their own zone, and that one goes up and out of play as well once again. As Latvia just keeps firing the puck out of play instead of firing the puck on net. So, kind of need that. Face off here in the Latvia zone now, coming up in just a moment. On the right side now, Gergensons will flick the puck all the way out to center. Down low now with the puck. Balinskis Off the board, stolen back then by Sweden. Latvia will bank it off the boards, then back for Dahlin now on the right side. Forsling will try and clear it into the zone, taken back then by Dahlin, who will dump that one down low. Off the boards here. Try to clear that one out to center. They'll do so successfully. Now Dahlin will regroup back in the Sweden end. Cleared off the boards then. Eriksson Ek back ahead then for Forsling. Forsling will dump it back down low. Right side now as Latvia picks it up below the goal line. Now Gergensons breaks it out through center. Broken up then. Now Bluger will backhand that one down low. Here's Erik Karlsson. Karlsson. Pass goes off a stick back down low into the Latvia zone. Now Krulbecks will move this one through center. Broken up then by the Swedes yet again. Karlsson right side for Forsberg. Philip Broberg banks it off the boards. Tries to get it out to center. It does come across the line. Now Forsberg off his skates. Picking that one up then is Karlsson with the reinforcement play there. Karlsson moves it back up top. Karlsson looks, shoots it on. Pass over, they score! Philip Forsberg. What a pass from Erik Karlsson. And Sweden now leads by 3. And again, more opportunities there for this Sweden roster, just getting pucks across where they need to be. And it starts off with Erik Karlsson, who brings that one into the zone. Loops around up top, comes through center. And then on the right side finds Forsberg down low all alone. And he tucks that pass back. It's 3-0 Sweden. Assist on that goal, Karlsson, as I said, and then Philip Broberg picks up a secondary assist. 9 different Sweden players with a point here so far through this second period. And as Goku just said, that might be game. On the right side now, Neal battling for it. Puck is cleared back down low into the zone. Banked off the boards. Teddy Bluger will clear that one down low. Now Nagavins racing for it. Cleared around behind the net by Markstrom. Kept in the zone by Latvia. Shot on, blocked. Here they come back into the zone. Another chance. And that one's fired wide. Below the line, Mamex now feeds a pass in front. Nobody is there. Holmberg without a stick. Taken back then by Latvia. Smits into the zone. Below the goal line now. Back up top. Pass in front. And shot there is blocked and goes out of play. I don't even think that got on Markstrom. So Philip Forsberg with the goal. 11:41 left to go in the second period. Sweden may have put the game away. 3-0. And I think all these games are going the way that we expected them to be, as you guys said. Should not be too surprised here, but thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate that, of course. Oh my gosh. Three 0 Sweden here in this second period. Doing a little throwback here to the 2006 gold medal game, Sweden versus Finland, a 3-2 final score for Sweden. Here's Henrik Lundqvist doing the Swedish television here in Milan tonight. Here on his phone, obviously. So he's there with the Sweden broadcast. Down low here now in the corner. Vilmanis now behind the net. Below the goal line, battling for it with Forsling. Off the boards now, Landeskog played back ahead then to Raymond. Raymond one-on-one into the zone. Saucer pass for Zibanejad, blown dead for offsides. And that would have been a nice play if they could have converted on that, but that was offsides. Can't do that. Pretty frustrating effort here from Latvia, their coach. They've panned to him numerous times. He does not look very happy on the bench. And obviously that comes to be expected when you are trailing 3-0 in a must-win game. Balinskis now will clear that one off the boards. Down low now, Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin back down low then to Zibanejad. Zibanejad to Raymond. Back to Zibanejad on the right side. Raymond now battling for it. Latvia steals it back. Trollmax will clear that one down low into the Sweden zone. Forsling banked off the boards then ahead for Landeskog. Landeskog will backhand that one around behind the net. Raymond backhands it down low, or at least he tries to. Puck goes up and out of play, I believe, with 10:45 remaining. Face-off coming up here now in the Latvia zone. Face-off won by Sweden. Shot on, denied by Merzlikins. Now Zale off the boards, banked ahead then Carlson. Latvia will clear that one back down low into the Sweden zone. Carlson gets it back. Broberg around now behind the net. Played ahead then Nylander. Up to Kempe. Cross ice to Nylander yet again, who will simply just dump it down low then into the Latvia zone. Merzlikins out of his own net. Eriksson Ek back down low here in the corner. We are approaching the halfway mark of this second period and the game, as it is a 3-0 lead here for Sweden here in the Milano Cortina Olympics. Broberg now breaking it out through center. A backhand down low here into the Latvia zone. Breaking it ahead now is Albert Schmitz through the zone. Down low now into the corner. He's hit. In the corner, Raquel. Right side then, Pettersson. Back to OEL. Now Hedman steals it back. Cross ice pass all the way up then for Raquel. Can't convert. Puck goes out of play. And we will head back to commercial break yet again. 3-0 Sweden here in period number 2. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate it. We are trying to get to 4,600 subscribers. We are now less than 60 subs away. Every sub is very much so appreciated. Oh my gosh. Shots are 17-7. Merzlikins 14 saves. Gotta plug in my computer. Ugh. Showing off Merzlikins' helmet. Merzlikins on his helmet as tributes to two of his teammates who have passed away. And Johnny Gaudreau and Matisse Kivlenix. Chances are they could have been playing in these Olympics had it not been for their tragic losses. So great there for Merzlikins honoring his fallen teammates. Showing off his stats here. In the Olympics this season, only one game played, allowed 6 goals against the United States, an .875 save percentage. Has not been awesome here in the Olympics. Has really struggled in the NHL at that, especially over the last couple of years. Not the goalie we thought he would be. Bluger up top. Smits fires it on. Say rebound, they score! The rebound in front for Edward Strelmax. And Latvia is on the board. It is 3-1. If Canada loses the game either in the quarterfinals, semifinals, Team USA would have a chance for gold if they make it past the quarterfinals. For sure, I totally agree. Edward Strelmax with the rebound in front. And Latvia has broken the ice. And they are on the board. It is 3-1. And things maybe have just gotten interesting here. We'll see what happens here in the latter half. Obviously, Sweden's been the far better team. But it's good to see Edward Strelmax getting on the board for Latvia. 3-1. Face-off here now at center. Won by Forsling. Cleared back down low into the zone. Assist on that goal, Albert Smits and Teddy Bluger. There you go, 18-year-old Albert Smits. Getting on the board here in these Olympics. Forsling a shot, goes high and wide. Now Ricard Raquel behind the net, plays it back up top. Pedersen up top to Forsling, fires it on. That one goes wide. Latvia trying to respond right back and get another one. Sweden will steal it back down low. Philip Forsberg banks it off the boards, back to center. Stolen back then by Rubens, who will fire that one in on Markstrom. Now Forsling back behind the net. Off the boards here to center, or at least he tries to get it there. Now Pedersen comes in. Clears it down low to the corner. Dahlin back over then for Kempe. Kempe here in the corner, jabbing at that puck. It comes free. Off the boards now, Vilmanis back to William Nylander, who battles for that puck. Hit at center now, back over then for Nils, who will dump that one down low into the Sweden zone. Latvia keeps it in. Bergard's now down low in the corner. Fed back up to the point. Latvia trying to keep that one in down low. They will do so successfully. Eriksson will finally get it back. Cross-ice pass. And at the line now, battling for it. Vilmanis back down low. Here's Bergard's, fires it on. And that one goes wide all the way back into the Latvia zone. Gergensen's now off the boards, dumped into the Sweden zone. No icing. Now Broberg here will break it through center. Cleared back down low into the corner. Balinskis. Right side then to Banta. Ahead then is Deerskalls now off the boards and into the zone. Trying to get a shot on, and that's what you got to do, get the shots. You're not getting a lot of them, so you need to take advantage. Puck will slide back into the Latvian zone for an icing. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in period number 2. Sweden with a goal to make it 3-0, and then Edward Strelmax makes it a 3-1 hockey game, and things get very interesting here in the playoff qualifying games. Face-off now won by Latvia. Smits up top. Balinskis, right side, shot! Saved by Markstrom. Latvia the best? We'll see. Face-off coming here now in the Sweden zone. Off the draw, one back by Latvia. Right side, Smits. Backhanded down low then, Trollmax. Behind the net then, the Gergensons. Gergensons down low to Trollmax. Intercepted then by Sweden. Forsling back down low then, Zibanejad will clear to center. 3-on-3. Now on the right side, battling for that puck. Balinskis will clear it back down low. Now Smits throws it ahead. Try to get that one to center. He'll get it there. Knocked down to the ground is Gergensons. Stolen back then by Forsling. Will dump that one down low. Merzlikins can't get to that puck. Now down low, Landeskog below the goal line. Gabe Landeskog back over then for Wenberg. Wenberg behind the net. Fed back up to the point. Carlson shoots it. And that one goes wide. Puck will bounce away then to center. Now Carlson picks it back up. He'll dump that one down low. Merzlikins out of his own net will shoot that one around then for Wenberg. Taken back off the boards then by Mansons. Cleared all the way back to center. Now Broberg here regroups in his own end. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in this second period. Now Merzlikins battling forward here behind the net. Back down low. Dagovins will clear it to center. Sweden regrouping in their own end. Carlson off the boards then for Holmberg. Trying to deke that one into the zone. Stolen back then and cleared off the boards. Racing for it now with speed as Krastenbergs can't get there in time. Now Egel will regroup here and dump it in on Markstrom. He will make the save. Victor Hedman will clear that one back out to center ice. Whistle blown here with 5:05 left to go in the second period. So Latvia gets themselves on the board after Sweden made it 3-1. And it's going to take a lot, but we will see if Latvia can make a comeback here in this final Olympic qualifying game. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it as always. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. We are trying to get to 4,600 subscribers here by the end of 2026, or by June of 2026. 5,000 is the real goal. Listening to Kachuk mic'd up. Very interesting. Very interesting. Looking at the U.S. brothers in the 2026 Winter Olympics. Hopefully they move on far enough to where we will be commentating them in the semifinals. Brady Kachuk, Matthew Kachuk, Jack Hughes, and Quinn Hughes. All contributing on the stat sheet. Face-off in the Sweden zone, won by Latvia. Now Gergensons behind the net. Pass in front. And too much traffic there. Sweden gets it back. They will clear it to center. Balinskis dumping it back now down low. Off the board, Smits. Will clear it here now into the corner. Nylander dumps it down low. Trollmax then in the corner, taken back then by Balinskis. Will send a cross-ice pass ahead then for Gergensons. Gergensons with some room. Around now behind the net. Battling for it with Kempe. He doesn't really have that much room. Now Trollmax fed back up top. Zeal looks, fires it, blocked. And puck comes back out to center. Just over 4 minutes to go here in period number 2. Victor Hedman back down low then for Kempe. Battling for it then with Krastenbergs. Now off the boards now. Krastenbergs dumps it down low. Raymond now battling for it here. Krastenbergs gets it right back once again. Gets knocked down to the ground there by Ekman Larson. Now Lokmelis battling forward here with Zibanejad. Lokmelis behind the net then the Krastenbergs. Looks pass in front. And could not convert. Up top now Zeal. Waits. Fires it. Goes wide of Markstrom. Now Krastenbergs will play that puck. It goes up in the air. And out of play. And we have a penalty coming up. And it's going to be against Sweden. Victor Hedman will head to the box. Latvia will get their second power play of the game, and this is a huge one. You saw Denmark score on the power play at the end of the second period in their last game to make it a 3-2 lead for Czechia. And this is a huge power play here for the Latvians if they want to come back in this game. Shots are 18-13. They're handling Sweden well. We will see if that can continue here. 3:40 left to go in the second period. Face-off won by the Swedes. Forsling will clear it all the way back down the other way. Here's Balinskis. Moving it through center. Will drop that one back then here as Latvia regroups in their own zone. Lokmelis now will move it through center. Pass back then for Balinskis. Balinskis up top. Cross-ice pass. Gergensons. Right side. Down low now Lokmelis. Up top. Balinskis to Lokmelis. Lokmelis up top. Shot. Blocked. Rebounds there. Another block by Sweden. Huge block by the Sweden defense. And there was an open net there, but Latvia could not convert. Here's some room now. Pass over Gergensons. Wait, fires it, and it goes wide. Are you serious? Halfway through the power play, Gergensons drops it back. Krastenbergs fires it on, tipped wide and out of play. And Latvia just can't get the goals to convert. Wide open net there as Markstrom could not get back, but a great block. Oh, my Lord. They're right there. And then you see this play. What a block by Erik Karlsson. Otherwise, I think this is a 3-2 game. Face-off here again now in the Sweden zone. Face-off won by Latvia. Played back up top. Balinskis fires it on. Goes wide of Markstrom. Now Lokmelis down low in the corner. Cleared around here now to the right side. Krastenbergs back off the boards. Lokmelis battling forward now with Gergensons. 2:20 left to go. 40 seconds remaining here on the Latvian power play. They will clear it back out of the zone as Sweden. Now Balinskis will break it through center. Drop back then to Tralmex. Tralmex will dump it down low. 20 seconds to go. Markstrom then for Broberg. Kept in the zone then by Batna. Intercepted by Sweden then at the line. Karlsson played away then one-on-one. Zibanejad fires it on. Gloved by Merzlikins. Time winding down here on the Latvia power play. It will come to a close. It was a good power play, but not good enough. Batna feeds it in front. Nobody is there. Now Tralmax on the right side, who has the only goal tonight. Trying to loop this puck around then down low. Here in the corner. Stolen back then by Erik Karlsson. Played back by Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin. Off the boards then on the right side. Approaching the last minute of play here in period number 2. 3-1 lead for Sweden. Holmberg here now down low in the corner. Clears it around for Lindholm. Lindholm back for Holmberg. Pass over! And a chance there for Wenberg. Could not convert. Less than 50 seconds to go. Dahlin back for Forsling. Shot on just wide. Rebounds in front. Jabbing at that puck. Stolen back then by Latvia. They will backhand it the other way. And Wenberg nearly made it 4-1. Forsling now will clear that one down low. There is a helmet on the ice. Obviously, that player had to leave the bench. Now Raymond battling forward with Gergensen's off the boards. Puck will stay in play. 15 seconds left here in the second period. Dahlin back down low to Zibanejad. 10 seconds left as the clock runs down. Hedman back for Zibanejad. 3 seconds left. Intercepted then by Vilmanis, and not enough time. That'll do it for period number 2. 40 minutes of play in the books. A goal from Sweden and a goal from Latvia. Very physical second period there from both sides. Philip Forsberg and Edward Stralmax make it a 3-1 lead here at the end of 40 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we'll be back for the start of period number 3 momentarily. All right, that being said, I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back.
Forced them into an elite force, the 10th Mountain Division. In Italy, they climbed the face of Riva Ridge and changed the course of the war. Every generation faces this on the ridge, its own thin air to breathe. The next mountain is yours.
Alrighty, I have returned. Back from my lovely visit to the bathroom. Hope Latvia goalie makes this even. Sweden goalie has saved them. Sweden's goalie's been solid. Or Markstrom's been solid. I think he's had to make some really good saves. Especially on that power play, he had to make some big saves. Could have been 3-2 right there. It was really, really close. But Philip Forsberg off of a great play from Erik Karlsson. He makes it a 3-0 lead at the time. And then you saw Trollmax get on the board. And then he made it a... Why am I blanking? He made it a 3-1 hockey game at the end of 40 minutes of play. Huge period coming from Latvia. If they want to stay alive in this tournament, that's what they need. Huge period coming. Erik Karlsson with 7 assists. Jesus. In live commentary streams. And then Edwards, Trollmax, assisted by Albert Schmitz. So pretty cool moment there for Schmitz. He gets on the board with his first goal in a commentary stream. And then it is cool to see Albert Schmitz get on the board there as well with an assist here in these Olympic Games. He'll be fun to preview in the prospect previews coming up here soon. Excuse me? Oh, here we go. There it is. Trying to find Latvia logo. What the hell? Just trying to update this here really quickly, guys. Again, thank you all for your support today. It's been a long day. 3 commentary streams. We are down to the final period For those who have watched all 3 of them, I really appreciate your support. It's been a fun day here, that's for sure. And looking forward to doing it again on Thursday and Friday with a doubleheader and a tripleheader there as well. Should say we are doing a college hockey commentary on Friday night, New Hampshire versus Boston College. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we are doing one of those here later on this week. It'll be our last one, probably before the Frozen Four, unless if I can fit in another one where there's like no NHL games on Friday. But if not, we will stick to the 2 we've done, and I'm pretty satisfied with the 2 we've done. Michigan versus Michigan State was a great game. It was pretty cool to do some college hockey commentary. I'll be happy if that's it. So got about 12 minutes here till the start of the 3rd period. Take a little chill pill, go grab a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. And we'll be back for period number 3 here momentarily. So for those who are wondering when we will be back to the commentary streams, it's looking like we'll be back on Thursday for the women's medal games. We'll be live for both the bronze and the gold medal ones. So stay tuned for that. There's like a freeze cam going on. Huh. All right. Less than 10 minutes till the start of period number 3. Here from Santa Giulia Arena between Sweden and Latvia. 3-1 lead for Sweden. Let's go over my predictions for the quarterfinal games, which happen tomorrow. First off, Slovakia and Germany. I think Slovakia will get the win there in that qualifying game. I'd be shocked if things go any other way. The Slovaks, they look like they want to pursue a medal this year, and I think they likely would get in there for a bronze. I don't know if I see them getting gold because they may have to play either Canada / USA / Finland / Sweden. So I don't know how they match up against those teams. We will see. They did beat Finland, I should say that. But it'll be fun to watch that. The other game, Canada versus Czechia. Listen, it is very hard to beat a team twice, especially for Canada against Czechia. They've had their flashbacks against Canada, but I'm still going with Canada. I still think Canada can defeat Czechia, even still in that second game. They'll move on to the semifinals. Finland and, what is it? Why am I blanking? Switzerland? Finland should win that game pretty handily. I would be surprised if things went another way on that one, to be honest with you. And then United States, we'll do two different scenarios. United States versus Sweden. I think United States still wins. United States versus Latvia, United States wins. I think no matter who the U.S. plays, they will beat them. It sucks that this is the quarterfinal game and that it's not one of those Final Four matchups, but I guess it is what it is. What can you do? We should go through to fight for the medal games. Yeah, for sure. It'll be fun to see Finland in the later games. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to get to 4,600 subscribers. We are less than 60 away. It's been a fun year. We've been working really hard. We've been grinding really hard. And we are on pace to hopefully reach it soon. Think that too. Canada is strong. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Canada will yeah, because like the likelihood is if you win, you will play Canada, right? It'd be Canada, Finland. I don't know how it would shape up. I honestly haven't really looked into that much, to be honest with you. All right, less than 5 minutes to go here until the start of period number 3. We are almost ready to go, guys. Stay tuned. This is commentary stream number 174. 73. Commentary number 73 here of the season. By the end of things, by the end of the Olympics, we will be at commentary number 100. The gold medal game is commentary number 100 this season, so that is very fun. And the expectation is that we should, knock on wood, hit 200 live commentaries next month. All time. Which I think is absolutely incredible. Thinking about getting a cake and everything. like a mini cake. I ain't getting anything else. Yeah, I know. 200 commentaries seems crazy. We started off the year at 80. That means we've done like 120 commentaries at that point. It's crazy. Almost 100 and 200 next month. Well, I mean 100 commentaries in 2025-26. 200 commentaries all time. I should have been more specific. Sorry, it's not all at the same time. 100 commentaries in 2025-26, 200 commentaries all time is what we should hit next month. We are at all-time commentary number 173. This is 173. Sorry, I should have been more specific. That is my fault. All right, the ice is turned on here in Santa Giulia Arena as we get ready for the start of period number 3 between Team Sweden and Team Latvia. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Philip Forsberg and Edwards Tromex. Yeah, I apologize, John Jason. That's my fault. That is my bad for screwing that up. Yeah, of course. Again, the winner of this game will take on Slovakia, or not Slovakia, the United States in the quarterfinal games tomorrow. I believe that is the later game that they will play. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But that is the expectation. All right. Period number 3 here, getting ready to get started from Santa Giulia Arena in the 2026 Milano Cortina Olympics. As Sweden leads Latvia. Again, as I said earlier on, the winner of this game will take on the United States. It shapes up to be a very interesting quarterfinal. For Sweden, looking to hold on to this lead and move on to the final 8. For Latvia, they're looking to keep this season alive and pull off a potential miracle here. Third period between Sweden and Latvia. And we are underway. Face-off coming here now at center ice is won back by Zibanejad. Carlson cleared all the way back down low, then into the Latvia zone. Merzlikins will play it around now behind the net. Cleared all the way back out to center. Carlson now regroups with it. Down low here in the Sweden zone. Flicked ahead then to Zibanejad, who will dump that one down low to the Latvia end. Now back behind the net then Landeskog will throw that one up top. Shot is denied there by Merzlikins on the right side. Now Latvia plays it back the other way. Here's Gergensons with some room now all alone. Plays it back in front. Shot goes wide of Markstrom. There is a good chance for Teddy Bluger, who has an assist here in tonight's game. Landeskog now will try and break it through center. Broken up then by Zibanejad. Fires it on Merzlikins. And Elvis will make the save. As Merzlikins probably would want a couple of those goals back here. Face off again in the Latvia zone, won by Sweden. Kempe down low now to Nylander. Nylander below the goal line, fed back up top. Forsling fires it on. Blocked on the right side. Now Dahlin down low. Huge Sweden collision there. Now Dahlin up top, fires it on just wide of Merzlikins. Back now on the right side. Latvia will break it out through center. Cross ice pass with some room as Krastenbergs. Looks, fires it wide of Markstrom. Got to capitalize on those chances. Krastenbergs will drop it back then into the zone now. A shot for Trumlocks will come back out to center. Now dumped down low behind the net. Markstrom plays it back down low. Will bank that one off the boards to center. Battling forward here now, the Sweden line. Forsberg trying to play this one to center. Dump back down low, then into the Latvia end. Played back to center now. Again, just Latvia kind of getting wherever, or Sweden, sorry, getting wherever Latvia needs to be. And they're getting their sticks in the right areas every time. Philip Forsberg now the other way, fires it on. That one goes off of Merzlikins, and he will cover that one up. Shots 23-14 in favor of the Swedes as they have a 2-goal lead here in period number 3. Face off here in the Latvia zone. Down low now, Smits battling forward with Landeskog. Gabe Landeskog now behind the net. Will play this one below the goal line. Battling for it down low, Lucas Raymond as well with Landeskog. Now Teddy Bluger on the right side will clear it all the way back to center. Played ahead then now, shut on by Tromax, goes wide. Inner corner now is Gergensen's held against the boards. And again, just so many of the Latvia chances just going wide and not being able to convert on them. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. Whistle blown dead here for a high stick on Gergensen's. Face off here now outside of the Sweden zone. Won by Sweden. Trying to bank that one off the boards down low. It'll come back out to center. Now Krastenbergs will play that one ahead down low. Stolen back then by Sweden. Here comes Wenberg. Wenberg the other way. Head off that puck. Holmberg battling for it down low. With Tromax on the right side. We'll be live for Sweden on Thursday for the women's team. Playing in the bronze medal game. Holmberg back up to Lindholm. Up top, Carlson. Deking around now here on the right side. Brings it below the goal line behind the net. Now pass in front. And tied up there down low is Wenberg. He cannot get a proper shot on. Here comes Latvia now through center. And a whistle blown here for a puck going out of play, I'm pretty sure. Stretching, sorry. 16.5 minutes to go in the third. Face-off won by Sweden. Cleared back down low, then into the Latvia zone. Merzlikins out of his own net. Banks it off the boards, or at least he tries to. And puck goes out of play. Face off here now outside of the Latvia zone. Won by Sweden. Down low now. Forsling will take it around behind the Sweden net. Trying to play that one through center. Forsling. Back ahead then for Dahlin. Now Kempe fires it on. That one goes wide. Eriksson Ek here down low in the corner. Now Dahlin on the right side. Back to Nylander. William Nylander. Down low then. Puck slides out to center. Dahlin hit off that puck. Over then for Kempe, who will clear that one down low. Now off the boards, Kempe back to the right side. Now Zeal battling forward with Nylander. Eriksson Ek battling forward here as well. Batna down low behind the Latvia net. Balinskis below the goal line. Played off the boards. Bluger kept in then by Sweden. Pettersson dumps it around behind the net. Merzlikins stolen back by Forsberg, trying to play a pass in front. And nearly there for an open net, but could not convert. Puck slides in then to the Sweden zone. Gergensen still battling for it down low. They're staying in it, but they can't get any shots on to save their lives. Gergensen's back up top. Balinskis fires it on wide. Pass back up to the point. Smits can't keep that one in the zone. Sweden will play it ahead then. Forsberg rushes to center. Pettersson waits, fires it. And that one's blocked. Forsberg back down low here through center is Balinskis. Balinskis will deke that one into the zone. Cleared down low to the Sweden end. Now Erik Karlsson will break it out through center. Karlsson dumps it down low. Landeskog cleared behind the net then. Back up top. Shot on. Goes wide. Landeskog now again behind the net. Trying to feed a puck to center. Stolen back then by Latvia. Poke checked all the way back down low into the Sweden zone. Broberg cleared back up top all the way to center. Zibanejad 2-on-2. Pass up top. Raymond down low. Zibanejad! He scores! Mika Zibanejad. What a setup by Lucas Raymond. And if there already wasn't a dagger, there it is. 4-1 Sweden here in period number 3. Mika Zibanejad breaks that one into the zone. Nice little pass back, pass up then for Lucas Raymond. And that is now a multi-point game for Zibanejad, Raymond, and Gabe Landeskog as well. Out of position, Elvis Merzlikins is taken advantage of. And Zibanejad with his second point of the game. Raymond 2 assists, Landeskog a goal and an assist. Numerous multi-point games here in this third period. And it is now 4-1. Down low now in the corner, battling for that puck. Wenberg. On the right side, down low then for Holmberg. Holmberg behind the net now, battling for it with Friedenbergs. Back down low then, Wenberg. Looking for options here now, played back down low, Lindholm. And a whistle is blown here as a penalty is coming up against Sweden as things are getting physical now. It'll be Lindholm who will head to the box. And Latvia will get a power play and we'll see what they can do. Or is it going to be... Looks like it'll be Lindholm for tripping is what I see on my screen right now. Maybe there's something else coming here. They could call Latvia for retaliation because there was some of that. You might be right, JJ. I don't know. It's saying on my screen that it is a Elias Lindholm penalty, so there you go. Flashback to Salt Lake City in 2002 when Sweden played Belarus in the Olympic Games. Interesting time then for Belarus. Looks like they won't get one, JJ. It'll be a Sweden penalty, it says on my screen. And it looks like that'll be what the call is. So tripping penalty there for Sweden. Now, they didn't call that, but they called Sweden, though. So there you go. Now a Latvia power play coming up here. 2 minutes to go. Face off. Won by Latvia. Banked off the boards. Kempe battling for it. Kept in the zone. Balinskis to Dogovins. Now Bluger below the goal line to Gergensons. Back up top. Lokmelis. Played back away then. Stolen back by Sweden. Kempe back at the line. Bluger. Latvia keeps it in. Clear down low to the corner. Gergensons. Now below the goal line. Huge hit down low then. Bluger's up top. Balinskis, right side, pass in front, jabbing at Markstrom. Save there, rebounds in front. And now back down low into the corner. Cleared back up top. Balinskis at the point. Shot by Krastenbergs will go wide. Now look, Mellis here in the corner. Balinskis, right side, shot. Goes up and out of play after a block shot. And Krastenbergs hit down low into the corner. Victor Hedman giving it to Krastenbergs there. Three-goal lead for Sweden here with about 12 and a half minutes to go in the third. Face off in the Sweden zone. Weinberg taking the draw then against Betna. Face off is won by Latvia, but Sweden gets a stick on it. They will clear it down the other way. Now regrouping behind the net is Smits. Back to Dogovins. Dogovins here to Smits. Smits. Back down low. Dogovins stolen back by Broberg at the line. Cleared down into the Latvia zone. Trelmex now with the puck behind the net. Will break this one out through center. Trelmex coming around now behind the net then. Poke checked away down low. Broberg in the corner. Cleared back to the right side. Trelmex can't keep that one in. Now Sweden breaks it down the other way. Zibanejad fires it. Saved by Merzlikins. Down low, straight a chance here for Pettersson. A backhand. What a save by Merzlikins. Pettersson absolutely robbed by Elvis Merzlikins. And man, Latvia could use that earlier in the game. What a stop. As Latvia left Pettersson there all alone, it was just a nice little play by Zibanejad in front. Pettersson tried to go backhand. And Merzlikins robs him with a glove. Would have been 5-1 in favor of Sweden. Face off here now behind the Latvia net. Yeah, Zibanejad playing pretty well. He does good in commentary streams. Down low now below the goal line. Pass in front is broken up. Now here comes Sweden the other way. Cross ice pass off the boards back into the Latvia zone. Now Manchin's with it now. Broken up. Now Deerskalls played ahead then to Gergensons. Gergensons drops it back down low. Shot. Saved by Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom's had to make some great saves here in this third period. And that's been the case. Taking a look at the women's hockey. United States versus Canada for the gold medal at 1 o'clock. And then Sweden versus Switzerland for the bronze at 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Will be live for both games here on the YouTube channel. So if you want to see some women's hockey for the first time in Watch with Nordic History, subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. Face off here now, won by Latvia. Shot from up top, gloved yet again by Markstrom. take a look at Jacob Markstrom and watch with Nordic commentary streams. Markstrom's been very solid. Tonight is his 7th live commentary. He has 3-1-2 with a 2.33 and a .911 in commentaries besides that. And he got the nod here to be Sweden's starter for the qualifier games. And for those who are wondering, Elvis Merzlikins, 3 games streamed, 0-2, 3.5 goals against, and an .884 save percentage. Those numbers will not get better after tonight. Latvia now banks it back all the way down low into the Sweden zone. Down low now, Gabe Landeskog. Played through then back for Philip Broberg. 4-on-3, Broberg clears it down low. Balinskis battling for it on the right side. Will bank it around behind the net to Albert Schmitz. Over then for Batna, who will dump that one down low to the Sweden zone. Now Forsling. Cross ice pass to Nylander, who will dump that one down low. Halfway through the second period. 3-goal lead for the Swedes. Now banked off the boards. Now Batna here down low. Will clear it around now behind the net. Back over then for Latvia. Here comes Latvia now, moving this puck through the neutral zone. Ekman Larsson picks it back up. Back over then for Hedman. Victor Hedman now down low in the Sweden zone. Hedman off the boards to Pettersson. Latvia brings it back in now down low. It's Mansions below the goal line. Now Gergensons. Circles back around now. Down low. Gergensons behind the net. Played ahead then for Forsberg. Back up then for Ricard Raquel. Raquel through center. Pass it then Pettersson. Back down low then for Forsberg. Broken up then by Latvia here in their own zone. Now on the right side, Trollmex will battle for that puck. Whistle blown here in the Sweden zone, as I believe a high stick off of Raquel. I'm not 100% sure what exactly it is, but we will get a stoppage of play and a penalty coming up here against Latvia, as Teddy Bluger will head to the box. Sweden will go to the power play. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are 55 subscribers away from, 55 subscribers away from 4,600. Ugh. Showing off Austin Matthews and William Nylander on my screen. American forward Austin Matthews, 10 seasons in the NHL, 775 points. Nylander, 11 seasons, 664 points. Has had a great season with Toronto, but also with Sweden as well. We follow William Nylander here very deeply. He does well in commentary streams. He has more points than Austin Matthews, and it's really not that close. Matthews had 7 points compared to Nylander having 26. 9-point gap in live commentary streams for each of those two players. Face off here now, won by Sweden. Carlson back up top, Zibanejad. Power play here for the Swedes. Bluger to the box for slashing. Carlson up top. Down low now, Zibanejad will pick it back up on the right side. Cleared back down low, then behind that net, Raquel. Up to Forsberg. Forsberg up top. Carlson a shot. Blocked. Latvia will clear that one back to center. Now Forsberg drops it back for Carlson. Erik Karlsson will throw it ahead then here through center. Merzlikins out of his crease to clear that one back into the Sweden zone. Here's Landeskog now the other way. Pass back down low. Raquel for Dahlin. Dahlin will dump this one around now behind the net. Gergensen's back then for Zeal down low. Sweden gets it back. Forsberg up top. Landeskog. Landeskog to Zibanejad. Zibanejad. Cross ice pass. Landeskog a shot. Saved by Merzlikins. Played back then by Latvia and cleared down the other way. Here's Rasmus Dahlin now, who will move this puck through center. Drop back, intercepted. Latvia coming into the zone. Krestenbergs tried to bring that one in. It's quickly intercepted, and there goes that. Kempe back to Raymond. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Eriksson now battling forward with Trollmix. Here in the corner as Vilmanis also tries to get it free as well. Still down low here in the corner. Eriksson will dump that one around back up top. Dahlin waits, pass over. Raymond comes in front. Nylander shoots it, blocked by Mansions, and he will clear that one up to the point. Kept in by Sweden. Raymond now down low. Nylander moves in front. Backhand. He scores. William Nylander. What a play. And it is now 5-1 Sweden. William Nylander, his 12th goal in a commentary stream, as I was talking about him earlier. Assist on that goal, Lucas Raymond and Rasmus Dahlin. That is a 3-point game for Raymond. And also a multi-point game for Nylander now. It comes just after the power play concludes. 5-1 Sweden. So now things shape up the way we thought they would be. It's going to be Sweden versus the United States in the quarterfinal games. And a nice goal there by William Nylander makes things even better for Sweden, even worse for Latvia. 5-1. Gergensen's down low now. Tried feeding a puck in there on Markstrom. It goes off his pads. Now Albert Smits plays it up top. Shot from Bluger blocked. Sweden will play this one ahead then here through center. Wenberg hit into the boards then by Balinskis. Now Wenberg here down low in the corner. Balinskis will try and get it back down low behind the net. Olvis Balinskis holds the puck now with 6 minutes remaining here in period number 3. Time winding down. Puck is tipped all the way back into the Latvian zone. Icing here, I believe, or puck went out of play, something like that. And we will head to commercial break for possibly the final time here tonight. 5-1 Sweden. As William Nylander gets himself on the board with a multi-point game. Lucas Raymond playing awesome here tonight. Had an assist on Nylander's goal, also an assist on Zibanejad's goal. And then in the first period, an assist on Landeskog's goal. He now has himself a multi-point, 3-point game here tonight. That will boost him into the top 25 in terms of Watch with Nordic points. All right, good night, JJ. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I'll see you later. Hopefully, I'll see you Thursday. All righty. Face-off coming here now at center ice. So it looks like it'll be Sweden versus the United States tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. We will try to be watching that game. Here's Ricard Raquel now down low on the right side at center ice. Now Rasmus Dahlin will attempt to clear to center. Whistle blown here for a hand pass. And we will get another face-off. Thank you all for your support today. It was a triple header here on the YouTube channel. All of the streams accumulated over 2,000 views. This one may get to 3K by the end of it. The other two got to over 6,000 views. I really appreciate all your guys' support. It was a great day for the commentaries, and hopefully the rest of the week will get even better. Elias Pettersson now down low in the corner. Cleared around now behind the net. Back up top, Forsling around behind the net. Then Pettersson wrap around in front. Forsberg try getting that shot on Merzlikins. It's blocked. Now played off the boards here. Holding it down low in his own end now is Roundsberg. Stolen back then by Sweden. Pettersson into the zone. Will dump that one down low. Smits down the right side. Last 5 minutes of play. Now Smits battling for it then with Landeskog. Trollmax off the boards. Then back over to Krastenbergs. Bluger up to center. Gergensons. Down low now below the goal line. Gergensons clears it around behind the net. Broberg tied up with him as well. Zibanejad also jabbing at that puck. Now Gergensons to the right side to Gabe Landeskog, who will play it here through center. Now ahead Zibanejad. Comes back in. Will backhand it around behind the net then. Merzlikins. Right side Zibanejad tried getting a shot on. Excuse me, he was denied. Now Albert Smits will break it out here through center. Banked off the boards, back down low. Here's Holmberg. Back over then for Wenberg. Alex Wenberg banks it off the boards, back down low into the corner. Pontus Holmberg. Up top, Ekman Larsson fires it on, blocked. And now Latvia races for a break the other way. It's Krastenbergs into the zone, comes in, fires it, saved by Markstrom on the 1-0 breakaway. 20th shot of the game for Latvia, 19th save for Jacob Markstrom. And another great game here from Jake. As expected, 950 save percentage. That'll help out his watch with Nordic totals. That's a guy who's been awesome in commentaries, who maybe isn't that great overall. Down low now behind the net, Kempe will move the puck here the other way through the neutral zone. Cleared back down low into the Latvia and Nylander. Off the boards then down low to Kempe. Kempe try to drop that one back. Stolen back on the right side. Kempe down low to Nylander. Nylander to Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek off the boards. Cleared all the way back down low into the Sweden end. Markstrom behind the net then for Forsling. Gustav Forsling up to Kempe. Kempe through the zone. Eriksson Ek now battling for it down low with Zeal. In the final 3 minutes of play. Dov Gardens now will hold it here in the Latvia zone. Cross ice pass broken up then by Holmberg. He'll bring that one into the zone. He loses it. Now Gergensons down low. Shots 28-20. What's up, Ronald? Welcome to the stream. Time running out here on Latvia. Turnover at the line. Holmberg keeps it in the zone. Down low now, Wenberg. On the right side, fed back up top. Broberg to Carlson. Fires it. That one goes back down low. Now Holmberg up top to Carlson. Carlson on the right side will backhand that one around behind the net. Last 2 minutes of play here. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Sweden zone. It's Carlson who will regroup with it now. Erik Karlsson down low at the line. Cross ice pass for Forsberg. Cleared back down low, then into the Latvia end. Albert Smits through the neutral zone. Bank back down low, then into the Sweden end. Ekman Larsson off the boards. Chipped all the way back to center. Approaching the final minute of play here in regulation. Balinskis will dump that one then into the Sweden zone. Zibanejad steals it back. Forsberg tries to play it to Landeskog. Back over then for Krastenbergs. All the Sweden fans here, I'm sure, are very happy with this result as we wind down the clock. Landeskog down the right side into the zone. Broken up then by Latvia. Racing for it then was Roaskis. Up top shot. Goes wide of Markstrom yet again. Last 30 seconds of play here now. So the 4 quarterfinals are now officially in place. Slovakia versus Germany. Finland versus Switzerland. Canada versus Czechia. And now, as this last game concludes, Sweden and Latvia. Your final score here, Sweden 5 and Latvia 1 here in the Milano Cortina Olympics. And then there were 8. So tomorrow the quarterfinal games will be in place. Again, we will not be live for those, sadly, as much as I would love to be. After that, though, we will be live for every single game for the rest of the tournament. That'll do it for me here today. Thank you all for tuning in. I got to get to work. I got work in a minute. So thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys back here again on Thursday morning for Switzerland versus Sweden in the women's bronze medal game, followed by USA-Canada in the women's gold.